Welcome guys, hello, this is going to be quite the occasion. We're now into the semifinals of this North American Zotac Cup number 6. We're seeing ONEGatored, he is the Protoss in the top right, going up against ThisIsJimmy, he is the Terran in the bottom left. It is purple versus green. It is Xel'Naga, Caverns, PVT. These guys are both doing very well in this tournament with some crazy games. If you guys haven't seen the quarterfinal match between Gatored and coLStalife, you need to. It was an insane 3-game series that went so well. Multiple 40-minute games in the same series is something I have not seen before, so it was great to watch that. If you haven't seen it, those games were epic. So do that. I guess my throat is now destroyed, but we don't care, because this is going to be an amazing another series that we're going to have, because ThisIsJimmy and Gatored are two incredible players. And now we've already seen Gatored do some PVT, and what he was doing generally was expanding and basically just doing a lot of upgrades with pretty standard robo play, some DT harassment in there, and it definitely was very interesting to watch. So now Jimmy is going to go ahead and work on some stuff, but really the fact is these guys are doing basically the same thing with getting out barracks and gateways around the same time. Not going to see any proxies out of either players. It's always good to know, but so for now, in this little bit of a lull, I'm going to go ahead and say, guys, check out GhostedCrew.com. This is casting Ghosted Crew. Justin.tv/Ghosted Crew is exactly what you're watching right now, unless you're watching a VOD. The VODs, Ghosted Crew streams. Right now, I'm zanderfeverSC. I do stuff on Ghosted Crew, as well as my own stuff, as Ghosted Crew is very kind and good people. So Twitter.com/TheGhostedCrew is another place to check out for a lot of good information. But really, Ghosted Crew is active all the time, streaming all the time, doing a lot of things. Same as just me and my normal stream. But right now, we're seeing that Gatored's going to go ahead and throw down his cybernetics core pretty much right after his gateway. We're going to see if he throws down anything else next, whether it's going to be a simulator, more gateways, robo, or a nexus. It's all depending on what happens around the time of the cybernetics core, that you can see the direction of a Protoss and what he's really wanting to do. So Jimmy's right now running around. He's got these mules mining, sort of what you do as Terran. You mine and you get mules. But I am also approaching a very long time of casting. Unfortunately, I don't know where Ravenwolf went. He was helping me out earlier, but he went kaput. But now there is two gateways, two simulators are out for Gatored. He's playing pretty well so far. He's going to be pretty crisp with his build order. Keep his money quite low. There's going to be another pylon going down. Waiting to see exactly what he's been doing. He is working on getting out his Stalker after his Zealot, so it's not going to be a Sentry. That would be kind of interesting to note. But he could theoretically be going for pretty much anything right now. The Summoner's Core is done. We're not seeing anything like a Twilight Council. It's probably not going to be a DT rush, but we do see him get out of Sentry. It's confirmation it's not going to be a DT rush, and that wasn't just going to be a late one. It is not going to be that. But waiting to see a Robo or some gates being thrown down for this. We finally do see a Stargate getting thrown down. So that is not the gate I was expecting, but the Stargate is going to be something new. We haven't seen Gatored utilize a Stargate quite yet. Just a matter of whether we're going for Phoenixes or Void Rays. I definitely want to see Phoenixes. Phoenixes, I think, are an incredible PVT unit. And considering that Banshees are coming out of ThisIsJimmy, I would definitely want to see Phoenixes, as Banshees do not fare well against Phoenixes. Phoenixes get to destroy Banshees. It's one of their strengths. They stop drops, they stop Banshees, and they do really well in that. So now we do see Jimmy getting out his Banshee. Looks like he's also going to have enough to get Cloak in a couple seconds once he combines enough gas for that. And yep, there it is, immediately getting his Cloak. So we are going to be watching this. So now Gatored is going to work on getting out more gateways to complement his Stargate while it produces a Phoenix. So I am very happy right now. Gatored is getting out Phoenixes. He should be able to do a lot of damage as long as he can run around and possibly hit the Banshees before the Cloak comes in. It would really help him out, but without a Robo to scout to get out an Observer in time for this, it's going to hurt. And right now we can see that that scan completely missed the Stargate and the Phoenixes that are being made. So Gatored, now that he has two, is going to run around and get the scan information that he needs. Hopefully he knows the timing of a Cloak Banshee rush in order to be able to get out his Robo, but it's going to be really tight, because you can see this Tech Lab is almost is over halfway done right now. It's only got 40 seconds before the cloak is finished. That means there's going to be a definite window of time where this Banshee can cloak, and Gator won't be able to do anything about it. So you are watching these Phoenixes run around, and hopefully they're going to run around and see that they finally do see this. They have all the sky information that they need. There doesn't seem to be an engineering bay out from there's no engineering bay out from Jimmy, so he's not going to be able to get out turrets defense. But here we're going to be having the cloak about to finish. Oh, and the cloak's going to finish, and yeah, there it is. The Banshee's taking a little bit of damage, but the Phoenixes are next going to go ahead and wait for this. And the Sentry's getting targeted. Now they're going to see some probes going to fall. No Nexus is coming out, so there's no expansion. Robo is halfway done right now, and all of these probes are running away. Going to try and do what they can, but that one's going to fall. It just managed to fall into the assimilator, but still, I couldn't tell if it actually returned that Vespene gas or not, but the sentries are getting targeted. This is so annoying to lose your sentries in this manner of this annoying Banshee. It does only have 20 energy left. There's Robo's about to complete, and it's just waiting to die. It looks like you're going to see the sacrifice out, but there's another Banshee down there. Falls to the Phoenixes, and the second this one, and just wait for it to go to energy so you can die already, so we can go look at Jimmy's base. And there it does go down. It falls, but there's just going to be a lot of damage done by Jimmy. You can see that Jimmy did manage to kill out 14 probes, and that is huge. He's still staying on one base. 2 is choosing to pretty much continue with this. I mean, 3 racks and a starport producing is definitely a very significant amount of production, but you can see that the income is showing me very much in favor of Jimmy. 23 probes with 29 SCVs, but this Nexus is coming out. This is going to be very helpful. We can see this factory going to take a fair amount of hits. This is a very rough spot for Gator right now. He's going to get a 1 nuke kill, and ooh, actually a pretty good nuke kill at that. But this, oh no, this Phoenix does, okay, this Phoenix does not die. Phoenix manages to stay alive. This is exactly what he needs. Really, there's no losses that can really be afforded by Gator right now. He's behind the food and economy and everything. One thing he won't be behind is the bases, but a strong 1-base Terran does a lot of damage to a Protoss that's taking economic damage early on in the game. No expansion is still coming out for Jimmy. He's continuing to say, oh no, he lost no, Gator lost the Phoenix. So that's unfortunate. Gator lost the Phoenix, but we could be seeing one of my favorite armor compositions with the Phoenix Colossus build, as Gator is getting out his Robo base, getting out an Immortal as well. So we go ahead and try and continue to be as safe as he can. Immortals are very strong and beefy units, but there's no tank units out. There's no really, well, that's actually a fair amount of Marauders though, so the Immortal could definitely help. But the thing is, Marauders do a lot of damage against an Immortal. If you can just snipe it down, it just goes down so quickly. But here we're going to have Colossus going to be able to be produced for Gator. He's not transferring his probes. So he's going to be aware of the fact that his army's coming in and not going to actually bother with the transfer of probes. He's going to go try and just defend this because it's going to be hard to defend. He's moving out onto the low ground, it seems, yes. He's going to have to really do a lot of damage right now. It's a lot of SCVs. With this attack, Jimmy's going to go ahead and take out this Nexus. I highly doubt it's going to be able to be saved. Yeah, it's not going to be saved. So right now, Gator's sacrificing that expansion. This is going to hurt him a lot. Jimmy has a lot of units out at the moment, and he can do a ton of damage, damaging the hull of that Phoenix very, very easily. And we might be seeing a very large contain happening from Jimmy right now. Looks like he's going to try and push up the ramp there. No sentries out for him to be able to use. But these Zealots are going to take some hits. And the thing is that Robo Bay is getting hit on the low ground, but Jimmy's continuing to push in right now. These guys are continuing to try and attack what they can, but no, that Colossus could get sniped. Oh, that's so bad. The army's getting locked up on all the buildings that are out there from Gator. He's going to be able to get a fairly bit of a good surround. The problem is the fact that there are these guys sniping off the Colossus, all this, including an SCV. Oh, I hope an SCV got the kill on that Colossus, but looks like there might be able to be a hold coming from Gator, but for how long? He is 15 food. He literally has 2 probes, 1 probe left, a single probe left. This is going to be game. There is no way for Gator to come back into this. You can see that Phoenix are trying to do what they can, but they're going to be going down fairly soon. This is going to be it. Jimmy will be going up 1-0. I really haven't called the game before it finishes, but yeah, this is done.